So, if you're going to welcome a lady into your life, you should be very careful and picky about who you let into your inner circle, especially if it's for the long haul. If you let the proper lady in, she can make a significant difference in your life. She has something to offer. She can be a wonderful addition to your life. If you let the wrong lady into your life, she might turn it into a train wreck. So you'll have to be very careful who you accept into your inner circle. Today, I've got a weird video for you. She isn't your property. Returning to a lady should be a compliment to your life rather than a source of stress. Women are unconcerned about your problems. They linger near the finish line, picking winners. What's up, my other mother's brothers? In this video, we'll talk about female promiscuity and why it's something you should be aware of as a man. And in this video, I'll explain why with some cold hard facts. Let's get this party started. The key reason is that it comes down to her capacity to pair connect over time and the dissatisfaction reported by both men and women in the relationship. Both men and women expressed dissatisfaction with their relationships. The most significant distinction between men and women is that men are born as nothing. We must add value to the world. Competency skills must be learned. Women, on the other hand, are largely seen by both the world and men as successful things. Dr. Warren Farrell, I believe, observed it in his book, The Myth of Male Power. I believe he is correct when he says that women are sex objects and men are success objects. So women's worth is determined by their ability to preserve themselves, their beauty, and their notch count, whereas men's worth is determined by their ability to gain competent skills, and as a result, people will become enraged. Why, oh why, must it be different? Why can't everyone have the same experience? Equals a clean slate because that explains why in this video, ISM does not exist. If you stick around until the finish, I'll show you how to use my computer. We have a survey from the Institute of Family Studies, and as you can see, the number of people reporting one lifetime sex partner has decreased drastically over time. You can look it up on the internet. Although it was published in October of 2018, these lines here effectively represent the number of lifetime sexual partners per gender. So, earlier in the 1920s, the over 80% likelihood of marrying a virgin was supposed to be approximately 4 to 5%, but today it is reported to be around 4 to 5%. Because I haven't met a female virgin since high school, I'm not sure how accurate this information is. If I'm being completely honest, this is reported data, therefore they're relying on the honesty of the folks who are disclosing it. I'm guessing that these figures are significantly different from the statistics that I'll show you later. After that, this will reflect that, but let's just assume that this is true for the time being. So you'll notice that the number of men reporting getting married as virgins is actually increasing, which is interesting because I believe that men are having a hard time in the sexual marketplace getting good results with women, which we've known for a while. There's been a lot of studies that have been published on that. You'll notice that the number of men reporting getting married as virgins is actually increasing, which is interesting. You can see a general masculinization of the feminine in society, and that's just a tendency that's going to continue. So it's no surprise that you'll be looking at how that affects the ability to pair bond over time, and why am I telling guys that it's a red flag? So this is a relationship between sexual history and marital satisfaction that I'm going to show you in the next graphic. So, once again, this is data that has been reported. A woman who has only had one partner has higher marital satisfaction than a woman who has had multiple lovers. In fact, the boundary for women differs significantly from that for men. I mean, as you can see, there's roughly a 15% spread there. So the next item I'd like to address with you is the increased reporting of personality disorders in relation to notch count, which implies that as female promiscuity rises, so does the number of sexual partners, so satisfaction should rise, but it actually falls as the number of partners rises. So it's revealed here based on the BPD personality scale's borderline personality disorder status, that there's a large surge in substance misuse that's closely linked to promiscuity in women, as evidenced by the BPD personality scale's borderline personality disorder status. That there's a massive increase in substance abuse that's directly linked to promiscuity and women. So it's revealed over here, according to borderline personality disorder status, with the BPD personality scale, that there's a massive increase in substance abuse that's directly linked to promiscuity and women. So it's revealed over here, according to borderline personality disorder status, with the BPD personality scale, that there's a massive increase in substance abuse that's directly linked to in terms of substance abuse. There was a strong link between substance abuse and interpersonal anxiety stemming from possibly failed sexual partnerships, which of course lead to abuse. And this was especially true in women, so there's no direct link with men, but it did show up a lot with women. Guys, these are all research that you can look up on the internet. Simply utilize Google. It's one of your pals. You can find videos on that. It's rather unfriendly towards men, but your chances of being divorced and ending up in an unstable relationship with a promiscuous woman with a personality problem increase considerably. This is a fact. They're based on research. Another issue is when women have a history of promiscuity. They are more likely to be unable to be faithful for an extended period of time. It's far more convenient for them to leave and move on to the next relationship. It's unlikely that they'll want to stay and finish the job or take ownership if they have a history of jumping from one guy to the next in rapid succession. And to be honest, I believe it is mainly women that approach males first, because it's essentially a test to determine whether you know what you're talking about and if you're in need or desire, as well as the fact that we strive to judge each other's notch count. You can certainly expect that the levels of promiscuity will be fairly minimal, but on the other hand, if she lived alone, you know she have traveled all over the world. In this video, I've provided you with some important advice. If you haven't already done so, pin my free chapter on red flags to the top of this video's comment section. In terms of long-term damage to men, there doesn't appear to be much of a correlation. In reality, many men have remarked on and speculated in some of those blogs that women had dumped them due to their low notch count. I believe that a man's attraction to women and experience with women is a fitness indicator and, in essence, social evidence. It simply shows that you're in demand and a valuable man. However, with women, it appears to be linked to a variety of issues, such as personality problems. Please leave a comment below to let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.